In this chapter, we are going to deal with the uses of format cells. So, stay with us until the end of the chapter. You may think that the text format is for entering text, but it's not so. To enter text in Excel, you don't need a special format at all, and you can easily record your information. The text format is for when the recorded numbers have text properties. What does this mean? For example, I want to enter a number that starts with 0. When I press enter, Excel removes the 0 because there is no number that starts with 0. Or for example, we type 5-2 and hit enter, and it shows us 2nd of May because dash is the date format in Excel. Now we want to tell Excel to show us whatever we recorded. For this, we select the area. Right-click and select the Format Cells option. The shortcut key for this option is Ctrl+1. Select the text option from the Format Cells window and click OK. Another way is to select the text option from the Number section of the Home tab. The point here is that you must first apply the cell format and then enter data. My friends, the shortcut key for text is quotation. When you want Excel not to change the format of the information you have recorded, enter the quotation at the beginning of it, and then enter the data you want and press enter. My friends, I should have told you this point in the first video of the course that you should not double-click when entering information in a cell. Please don't do this. Choose a cell very easily and enter your information in it. Also, you don't need to double-click to delete the cell information. Just select the cell and press the delete button on the keyboard. Now we go to the main discussion. For example, we have a number in this cell that we want to separate its 3 digits. We do this with 2 methods. First method, we select the desired cell from the Home tab and Number part. Select the comma, and now you will see that the desired number is separated by 3 digits. Here you can see that there are 2 decimal places. In this section, you can increase or decrease the decimal. But the second method, we select the desired cell, right-click on the Format Cells option, or press the shortcut key Ctrl+1 from the window that opens from the Number tab. In the categories, we select the Number option, and in the decimal places, we select the decimal number and activate the separator option. Now you can see in the sample how it is applied, and then we click OK, and now you'll see that the 3-digit number is separated has been. Now there is a very important point here. If we select both cells that we have separated by 3 digits, then from this part we will center it, right or left. We will see that the cell separated by the Format Cell method will change, but another cell doesn't. So, if it's important to you where the position of the number is relative to the cell, be sure to use the second method, Format Cells, to separate it. Another point of this article is the negative number. My friends, if your input is a negative number, You should enable this check in the first number option from the Format Cells window. In the negative numbers section, you select this option, which is red. This part is mostly related to financial. If we want to display the monetary unit next to the number we have recorded, we must select the desired cell. Right-click and select the Format Cells option. In the Format Cells window, through these two options, we can add the currency unit to our number. Currency and accounting options. First, we select the currency option. Decimal is set to 0. Select the desired currency from the symbol option and click OK. Now register any other number. There is no need to apply this option again, and you'll see that it will automatically display the currency. This topic, my friends, is one of the best and most used topics in Excel. Please watch this video carefully until the end. Suppose we want to add a prefix to all the registered numbers, for example, 020. One way to do this is to write a formula for it. Formula writing is related to the Advanced Excel course, and we have nothing to do with formula writing in this course. Another way is to give a template to Excel. You can see that Excel has added data mining to its set of tools since version 2013. With this tool, it finds patterns and tries to predict your next move. If you enter a pattern, Excel will assume that you want to continue the same format in the next cells and will try to do the pattern itself. In order to give a template to Excel, it's enough to hold the Control key together with the letter E. This is a very useful tool. Just be aware that you must use the column that is attached to the table to give the pattern, and there should not be a space between them. Maybe you have a question. Is this pattern search only for numbers, or is it also applicable for text? In answer to this question, I must say that it can be used for the text as well. Now let's go back to our example, which means adding prefix 020 to all registered numbers. As we said, you should use the column attached to the table. Here we record 020 along with the desired number and hit enter. Now hold the Control key with the letter E from the keyboard and you'll see that 020 has been added to all the cells. Now suppose we want to put all the names and surnames together in one cell. We enter the name in the cell attached to the table. For example, we can use a slash and hold the Control key and the letter E. Now you'll see that all the names and surnames are placed together in one cell. Now this was a shortcut key. The tool for this is also available in the Data tab and the Flash Fill option. To use this, we enter the template. Then select the Flash Fill option from this tab. And you'll see that the template has been applied. To rotate a text inside a cell, just select that cell by right-clicking or Ctrl+1 key. Enter the Format Cell window and rotate it as much as you want from the Alignment tab through the Orientation option. Or from the Home tab of the Alignment option. Change the direction of the text from this section. And it's so easy to do. Here we have a column with all the information on the left side in one row, but on the right side the information is not in the same row. In these cases, if we were in the Word program, we would use the Justify option and align the text on the right and left sides. But there is no Justify option in Excel. To solve this problem, we first select the desired cell, we right-click and select the Format Cells option to enter its window. From the window that opens in the Alignment tab in the horizontal section, we select Distributed and then click OK. Now you will see that the text is attached to the table on both sides. There is an important point here, and that is when we apply these changes, unfortunately it doesn't show in the print. That is, when we print out this Excel page, it doesn't show the aligned text. Now the question may arise, if it's not going to be displayed in the print, then why should we do this? I want to teach you a way to solve this problem that many people don't know, and I have found this solution through experience. First, press Ctrl and P. Now we want to convert the file to PDF. If you choose Create PDF from the Export section, this problem will not be solved. We need to use the Microsoft Print to PDF option in the Printer Settings section and convert the file to PDF in this way. This method will solve the problem of alignment. So, this issue is that this problem will not be solved by the normal method of converting the file to PDF, and only through the Microsoft Print to PDF option the problem will be solved and the file will be printed as it said. To create a diagonal line in a cell and write text on both sides of that line, we must perform 3 steps. The first step is to type the first desired text and press the Alt and Enter keys, and type the second text and hit Enter. The second step is to create a diagonal line. For this, we enter the Format Cells window by pressing the Ctrl key and 1. Now we select the diagonal line from the Border tab. Now we want 2 texts to be placed on both sides of the line. You can select the cell and place it in the center, and now you will see 2 texts on both sides of the diagonal line. This is from the third step. Suppose we want to color this area on our own Excel sheet. In the usual case, we can select the desired area and select one of the colors from the Home tab from the Color Bucket section and color the area, which is the Fill option. But when we enter the Format Cells window, there is an option called Pattern Color in the Fill tab on the right side. From here, we can choose a color and give it a style from the Pattern Style option. And then, when we click OK, we will see the applied pattern in the cell. So, we can say that the Fill option is like a fabric of a dress, and the Pattern option is like a pattern on the fabric. There is another option to color the cell, which is Effect. In the Format Cells window and the Fill tab, when we click on the Fill Effects option, we can choose our desired colors and select the desired style from the bottom part in the Shading style and click OK. Now you will see that the effect has been applied and the cell has found the three-dimensional state. Here we have a table. For example, we want to create a line for the first row to separate the first row from the rest of the rows. For this, we select the desired row, then select the bottom border option from the border option on the Home tab in the Font section. Now you will see that it displays a smooth and continuous border in our line. Now, if we want to display a dashed line below our line instead of a straight line, we select the area, right-click, and enter the Format Cells window. In the Font tab, in the Underline option, in the Open list, we see two options, Single and Single Accounting. If we select the Single option, you will see that the line has been drawn to the end of the text. But if we select the Single Accounting option, now you will see the visibility of the line is extended to the end of the cell. So, the difference between border and single accounting is that border is a smooth and continuous line, but single accounting is a broken line. And the difference between single and single accounting is that single extends to the end of the text and single accounting extends to the end of the cell. We insert the character into a cell in such a way that it exists the cell. We repeat the same thing in the next cell. And we repeat it again in the next cell. Now we have 3 cells. The contents of these 3 cells have been removed from their cells. Now we want to control this protruding text with 3 methods. First, we select the first cell and enter the Format Cells window. From the Open window, there are 3 options available from the Alignment tab in the Text Control option. First, we select the first option. Select Wrap Text and click OK. Now you'll see that the cell size has increased. And now we select the next cell. We enter Format Cells by right-clicking and now we select Shrink to Fit option. Now you can see that the size of the text has been reduced and the size of the cell has not changed. So, Shrink and Wrap do the opposite. Wrap increases the size of the cell, Shrink decreases the size of the text. Now we select the third cell and enter the Format Cells window, and this time we select the third option, Merge Cells. Now you will see that 2 cells have merged together. Now I want to ask you a question. Which of these 3 options is less useful in your opinion? My friends, among these 3 options, Shrink is less useful because it makes the text very small. But Wrap and Merge, due to their high usage, Excel has placed them above and they are displayed on the Home tab. Now you may have a question about where wrap is used. My friends, wrap is mostly used in colon heads. For example, if you see this colon in this table, these words are wrapped. If we remove the wrap, you will see that the words in that colon are drawn. And this is wrong. Because if you collapse the colon, the text will not be displayed completely, and it will be hidden. But when we wrap it, it shows us all the words completely. But here there is a very important point, and this is merge. My friends, merge is a dangerous option. Where do you think merge should not be used? You should note that you should never use merge in the database. You might say, isn't the database a table? Yes, the database is also a table, but there is a difference. The database contains rows and columns that are the same type. The database discussion is a detailed discussion that will be fully discussed in Advanced Excel. But here, we point out that it is forbidden to merge in the database because you will face problems during reporting. Many tools will not work. Formulas, sort, and filter will not work. Data validation and many other tools will not work. And you can draw graphs from this data and reporting will not be done.